How you guys doing? Let me know in the comments who is excited and who like the new intro that we got. What's up, Amaanath? How's it going, dude?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? This is Amaanath. So nice to see y'all.
What is up, everybody? Let's drop it in the comment section. How you guys feeling? Where is everybody coming in from? And yeah, hey, we got Atharwa in the house. Pumped, super pumped. The intro was cool. Nice, thank you so much, bro. And yeah, we got yeah, we got lots of improvements for you guys. Okay. We got good stuff. Yeah, cool. Nice. Okay. So, what are we going to be talking about, Amaanath? What's up?
So, today we're going to be talking about Git 101. So, what is Git, why we should use Git, and how we're going to install Git, and also some nitty-gritty of Git.
Exactly.
So, without further ado, let's dive right into it.
Exactly. Okay. Let me quickly get our presentation that we prepared for you guys. So I think we should be good with this one. Yes. Okay. Amaanath, this is your end of the presentation. Let's go. And yeah, I think I'll just turn this. Okay. So because we Mac users don't really have to worry about installing Git on our computers because it's actually pre-installed out of the box. That's actually a nice thing, but for Windows users, it's not the exact case. Amaanath, do you want to tell a bit more about it?
So, David, you can drop the link in the chat so people who don't have Git installed can install it. So the thing is,
yeah, go on.
Get installed on their computers automatically, but Windows, that's not the same. So if you don't have Git installed as a developer, then you're losing out a lot of stuff. So you gotta get Git installed. So go check out that link in the chats and install Git. So it's quite simple. Just download Git, and pretty much the same thing that you do to other software that you install on Windows. Just click install, click yes when they prompt with the credentials and all those stuff, and you're good to go.
Okay, let me quickly pull up that page you just told me. And okay, so quickly, now you guys should be seeing what I'm seeing. It's actually the official way to download Git, the version control. So it's not GitHub. We want to clarify that Git is actually the version control, which you can go ahead and download.
So Git is kind of like the local stuff. Like it's inside your computer, and GitHub is a place where you host your code online. So you use Git to host your code online on GitHub. So Git is something that's local and installed on your computer.
Exactly, that is correct. I'm just gonna drop it in the comment section where to download this. And oh my god, we have 440 concurrent viewers, guys. So yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking here with us. I just dropped in the link, by the way. Thank you so much, guys, for staying here with us. And if you guys find value out of this one, smash that like button, right?
Smash it.
Exactly.
Just break it, guys.
Exactly. Okay.
So, on downloading and installing Git for Windows, there's this 32-bit and 64-bit setup. So, if you're using a 32-bit Windows, so you can check it out, and if you go to system info, you'll be and scroll down, you'll be able to find if your machine is 32-bit or 64-bit. And if it's a 32-bit, download the 32-bit for Git for Windows setup, and if it's a 64-bit, download the 64-bit setup.
Exactly.
And pretty much it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I I just saw a couple of notifications that my audio is not good. I think I raised my volume and now it should be good. Okay, so because I'm using a Mac, I'm not gonna download it, but you guys can go ahead and just pretty much like hit one of these buttons and then just go ahead and download Git Version Control for yourselves. Now that we have our Git installed on our computer, next thing, what is actually Git? Can you Amaanath drive us into what is actually Git?
So Git is called a version control system. So Git was, I don't need to go deep into the history, but it was developed by Linux Torvalds, so the creator of Linux. So what you do with Git is not, so you don't use Git for version control with code, but you can also use it for files and almost anything like that changes a lot in your computer. Like you might have a Word document that changes a lot. So you can use Git to, you know, check the versions of your, so most of the, but you don't use it with Word documents, but most of the time you use it with code. So why do you use it? Like suppose me and David are working on a team together and we are working on different parts. Suppose he's working on the header component and I'm working on the footer component. And now we gotta have a repository. So what we do, we host our code online, and then what we do, we have our own local repositories on computer to collaborate and work together with the same code. So we don't clash or, you know, get crashed with each other on the code. That's the main reason we use Git. And also another reason we use Git is suppose that this is something that happens a lot of time and also has happened to me. That is like you spend hours and hours and even days and weeks on a project and you don't have a Git repository for that project. And what you do, you ultimately keep on working every day. And what happens after a month or two, your code breaks at some point and you get so frustrated, you think of breaking your computer, okay? So Git is a lifesaver. So what you can do is suppose your code breaks at a point, what you can do, you can use Git and reverse back that error and go back. Like it's kind of like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's kind of like coding. A time machine. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Lucy has asked the question, and do you execute code on Git? Nope. You're tracking the versions and the changes of your code in Git. I hope this answered your question. If not, Amaanath's Instagram is over there somewhere, yeah. And mine should be here. And then you can go ahead and hit us up, and we are happy to help you with more questions. All right. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's actually dive into how to actually use Git and how to work with it. And I think the best way to understand what this version control is and how to use it is with a app called GitHub Desktop. Now, from the name, it already shows that it's actually coded into GitHub. So pretty much it's integrated with GitHub, and by default, you need to sign into GitHub with this one, but then you can just click through the whole thing and you can upload your code to GitHub super easily and track your changes super easily and change branches and all that stuff. Now, I actually prepared with this folder. Now, it's actually a completely empty folder, nothing inside of here. And I'm just gonna go ahead, open up a new terminal, and what I'm gonna do is type in Git. Oh, first I'll zoom in so that you guys can actually see it, and then change the screen so that you can actually see it. So this is the empty folder I was talking about, and so this folder is just for the sake of today's tutorial. I'm not going to put inside of here anything. I'm not going to put anything inside of there, but I'm just gonna show some stuff. Okay, so this is how GitHub Desktop.
And also another
works.
thing
for
on. Windows developers, I mean Windows users, is sometimes they think like the code that we use I mean, like the commands and all are different from Mac to Windows, but the Git commands are pretty much the same for Windows and also Mac. So you guys don't have to worry, but you can use the same commands on Windows too.
Yeah. Okay. So, with that said, so how you actually initialize Git version control. So what I usually talk about is on my builds, I say something like git init, and then this happens. So basically what happens is it adds this git and master after the project name, and that's pretty much initializing the Git repository on my computer at this time, because right now it's local, it's not uploaded to GitHub.
And also it's showing
yep.
because you have omizsh on your terminal, right?
That is correct. So guys, if you don't have it, I highly recommend everybody goes ahead and downloads it and installs it. It makes your terminal life so much easier. So now that I have my Git version control initialized, hey, I think we got Frankie in the house. Yo, Frankie.
Hey, what's up, Frankie? How you doing, bro?
Nice. He goes, let's go. Hey, what's up,
hey.
my man? Okay, so because I already initialized Git version control, I can go ahead, hit this button, and this is pretty much the repository explorer, and I could say add, then I can say add existing repository, go ahead, locate this one. So this is in Clever Programmer YouTube Live Git 101. And then because, yeah, so it actually, it cleverly knows which is a repository and which is not. And if it's not a repository, it helps you to initialize one so that you don't have to worry about the git init command and all that stuff. Now, when I go ahead, add this, it currently still shows that it is only on my computer. So if I zoom in a little more, you can see that it's only on my computer. And with this publish button on the right hand side, so publish repository, I can go ahead and upload it to GitHub. Guys, who actually feels that this video can actually give them value because they didn't know how to use Git but wanted to learn it, and who actually thinks that this is something that can advance them in the development world? Okay, let me know in the comments, in the chat. Whoops. Let me know in the chat what you guys think, and if this is actually a useful video for you, because really we are working super hard on dropping so much value. Yeah, exactly. Value and content every day, and we want 5,000 of you guys getting jobs as developers by December 31st. Okay, so if you guys are beginners with Git, this is the best place to be, because we are right now helping you guys a lot with learning one of the most essential skill. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, technical skill as a developer.
Exactly. That's right. Okay. So
and also another thing is a really good reason why you should have Git and GitHub as a developer is because the thing is, as a beginner, you might think you might not need it and you might don't need to ever learn that. But when you're like applying for jobs or even going to start freelancing, people are going to check your project. So from where do they check your code? Or is your code clean? Do you ever know to code? Or is it just copy paste and stuff? They discover, I mean, like they can learn more about your technical side of you from your GitHub account. Like they can go to your repositories and check out the projects that you worked on and check out the code. Is it clean? Are you using conventions like BEM and all this stuff?
That's exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I actually showed a couple of comments who said it's super helpful. Oh, hey, we got Monica in the house. Yo! I'm actually talking to her on Instagram. Yeah, so...
Oh, okay.
I'm very glad that we are able to drop you guys super these value bombs. And with that said, let's actually go back and start learning how to use Git version control. So now that I have my repository on GitHub, I don't have to worry about if something breaks in my code, because I have a good one on the cloud always. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and open up a VS Code in this project and zoom in first so that you guys can actually see what I'm typing in here. And what I will be doing is add a app.js file. Not gonna be doing any coding apart from this. This is just demonstration purposes, okay? So what we will be doing here is pretty much just add a console log and just show you guys what is happening. So you can already see that there is the letter U, which is, I think it's I don't know, it's something new. It already shows that the Git version control has seen some kind of changes. Yeah. And if I go in here into GitHub desktop, it shows me what I've changed. Now, what I can do, I can go ahead and commit this change. But first, I need to add a message, like a commit message, right? What should we call it, Amaanath?
Let's say we created our app.js file.
Okay. App.js created. Okay. This is pretty much literally the exact same command. If somebody has done it with the terminal, it's pretty much like saying git commit and -am and app.js.
I think it's
created.
just -m, right?
Could be. Yeah, it's actually M. Okay, so these two are actually the exact same, but typing up all this is like super long. And especially if you're a beginner and you want to be like super fast, you might actually prefer using something where you can, yeah, exactly, and you can just go ahead and click. I know that because I learned how to use Git using this. Yes, Git at dot is actually one step before that. Okay. Okay.
So the thing is, there are different commands. Like if you are a beginner and like you want to start with Git, the best way to start with Git is using the GitHub desktop. And like once you're advancing your skills and like you go deep and like you learn more on the technical stuff, you can start using the terminal, because terminal can sometimes be like too confusing for you guys. So the best way to start with Git is with GitHub desktop and then moving on to Git terminal.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go ahead and actually do the commit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and commit this. Right now, I did the commit on my computer, okay? But of course, I need to go ahead and push it up to GitHub so that I have it up there as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And now, if I go back to my code once it's finished, cool. If I go back to my code, it actually GitLens already shows that there is some stuff going on in here. So I created this. I think you guys can see it. Yeah, up here. So the author is me. I just committed a few seconds ago. All right.
And
so
also another thing like people might think is like there are 3 ways you can work around with Git. One is the GitHub desktop. Then you have the Git bash, the Git terminal. And then you can work with Git inside VS Code. Like the third, the thing that I can, David.
Yeah, what's up?
The VS Code Git that's integrated inside VS Code.
Here we go. Yeah, exactly. This one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, so now I actually added another row, which is pretty much just console logging change. And let's go ahead and what it does. Yeah, so because it actually says that I removed this line. So the only thing that I actually removed is the non-line break end of the line, if it makes sense. So I removed the no line break. So I actually added a line break. That's why Git Version Control thinks it's actually a different one. So now I don't have to demonstrate how it looks like when I remove a line, because this is how it does it. And now it actually suggests me that update app.js could be a good way to name our next commit. And I just saw another comment that I want to address. So Deepak asks, so no need to download GIF if we already have VS Code. That is not right. You need to download Git, because VS Code only knows Git because you have Git installed, right? Is that right, Amaanath?
Yeah, so
I think you, yeah.
Yeah, in Windows, you must have to download. But I think on...
What's up? Sorry, you got cut out.
Yeah, if you are on Windows, you have to download it, even though you might have Git inside VS Code. But Mac, I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, so on Mac, you don't need to have it. And hey, we got a $5 donation from Frankie.
Hey.
Thank you so much, brother.
Oh,
thank you
so much, Frankie.
Hey. Yeah. These are 350 people live right now, and this is amazing. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, man.
Hey.
All right. Let's go forward. Okay. So now I committed this new change. I uploaded it. That was pretty much just demonstrating how commit and push works. And if actually Amaanath was working on the same project at the same time, made another change, and hey, we got Naz in the house. Yo, what's up, Naz?
Hey, what's up, Naz?
How's it going, bro? Okay.
I think the whole Team CP Mansion is inside
Actually,
YouTube right now.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, everybody who's in the mansion, drop a comment. Okay. Yeah, so we actually covered commit. So Amaanath, if Amaanath was working on the same project and made a change on this exact same project, and committed it and pushed it up to GitHub, now I had to then I would have to go ahead and fetch and actually sync my repository from the cloud to down here onto my computer on premise. So that's another thing I wanted to just tell you guys. Okay.
So it's kind of like I do a pull request to your repository,
Exactly.
and then you approve it, and then you get the code to yours.
Exactly. Then I have to pull it down to my computer. So yeah, with using GitHub, it's actually stored in the cloud. So everything is centralized up there in the cloud. All right. Now, next.
And also, people might be like, right now, people have like, there's a kind of like a trend that's going on about Hacktoberfest. And like people are talking about pull requests for, just changing all the README files and all this stuff.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. All right, and we also got another donation from Winesh. Thank you so much, brother. We highly appreciate
Hey,
you,
thank
and
you so
thank you
much,
so
bro.
much for staying here with us. And I just got a message that maybe you had some echo, but now I don't think so. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, guys, let me know in the comments if there is an echo from Amaanath. Okay, let's go forward, and now I'm gonna talk about branches and Doom. Here we go. How you clone GitHub repository with Git Version Control.
David,
Yeah.
can you mute your system audio?
I just did. Oh, no, okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, now I muted it again. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now, oh, okay. Now it should be fixed. Okay, so there is this comment, how you clone the GitHub repository with Git Version Control. So there is several ways. So with GitHub Desktop, you can actually go ahead and say clone repository and literally just paste the link in here and then hit clone. That's one of the that's one of the easiest way. And the other way that you can pull up your terminal, zoom in a little more. Okay, and type in here git clone and then paste the link. Okay. Okay, now we should be good. All right. Next up, we will be talking branches. So, what is? Okay, okay. Okay. So branches. What is a branch? Let's actually create a new branch. Let's create a branch called dev. And we just went ahead and checked it out by selecting it. So it's super easy with the GitHub Desktop. You don't have to worry about all this checkout and stuff like that. You just go ahead, select it like a normal user would do it, who is actually new to coding. And that's actually one of the best ways to describe GitHub Desktop. All right. And now I'm gonna check out dev. Go ahead and actually down here you guys can see that it is actually selected. And if I go ahead and make a change, so let's say I delete this line of code, and hey, we just got another lovely donation. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you, bro. I think it's actually your second one. Oh, nice. So
oh shit. We're getting a lot of donations today.
Yeah, exactly. So details regarding git pull and push using a VSC and a bash. What do you mean? So using VS Code, I mean, you can do it with VS Code. If you go inside of here, you can do a couple of stuff in here, but I'm actually not a master over here. But you can literally like select all these stuff. It's actually.
But I think that it's kind of like when you are using terminal and also the VS Code, it's kind of like confusing. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
my suggestion, if you're a beginner, go with the GitHub desktop, and if you are kind of intermediate and advanced, go with the terminal.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, cool. And so I just removed these two lines of code. And this is actually currently on dev, right? So right now, dev is checked out, and I'm just gonna go ahead, do this under commit and push it up over there. And what I'm gonna be showing you guys is how all these branches do work. There's no echo. Okay, I think the echo is good now. All right. Perfect. So right now I'm on dev, but if I go back to master, notice that I haven't typed a single line. Actually, let me pull put these windows side by side. So I'm just gonna go to dev, boom, it disappears, and master, it goes back there. So it's literally the difference between branches. Now let me quickly pull up a little bit of whiteboard, or actually gray board. And how I would describe this or show you guys is is pretty much like this is where your hold on. So this is where your code will start from. Then you will make some changes, and then you make a commit, right? So now your code is at that stage. That is actually master or main branch. Now you go ahead, make another branch. It's called dev. You make a change here and make a commit. Now you go ahead, make another change, make another commit. So let's say we have like one console log over here. We have some importing stuff going on here, as well as the console log. And now let's say we import two packages. Let's import another one just like that. Okay, import and do another console log. So that means the dev branch is actually 2 commits ahead of master, right? So I hope this actually made sense. And now I'm going to merge
and
this
also,
code. Yeah, go on.
Another thing that we can use branches is like, suppose application that you worked on is already on production and like it's already online, and like you want to make some minor changes or there are bugs. You know, you want to make changes. You don't pull the whole website down and you work on it. What you do, you make a branch to make the changes, and once you make the changes and you're sure, you make a pull request and make the update the master branch.
We just got another lovely nice donation. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And we actually have 272 concurrent viewers at the moment. Thank you so much everybody for being here with us, and especially for all these lovely donations. Thank you so much, guys. This actually means a lot to us, and this actually shows that we are able to provide the value that you guys actually need. So this is an awesome feedback. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. All right. Let's go back to our screen. So I think I kind of was able to explain how these branches work. So this is actually the last thing I wanted to say here is that this is when I go ahead and merge the code. So that literally means that whatever I have on dev, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it into master. I'm gonna demonstrate it like super quickly. So let's actually go and do that right now. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly look into the chat. Nice. Okay. So so what I'm gonna do here is that because the master branch already has this line of code and the dev doesn't have it, right? So it is actually a commit ahead of master. What I'm gonna do is pretty much just go ahead and in the GitHub desktop, this is actually another nice and super cool thing about GitHub desktop. Then you can go ahead and literally like click which branch do you want to merge into which one without actually remembering any keywords or terminal commands or anything like that. It just makes your life super easy. All right. Now what I will be doing is going ahead and choose a branch which I'm gonna merge into master. Quickly gonna select dev. It says actually it's 1 commit ahead. Oh, it's not the arrow. It's 1 commit ahead, and it shows actually this. What's that called? How do we call this? I don't even know how do we call this symbol. Okay, so it shows that shows that symbol, and I'm just gonna go ahead and merge it. Now on the master there is no more second line. Okay, so you guys can actually see how it disappeared super quickly. So yep, and that is pretty much the basics of Git. Okay, one more thing though is that if I go in here into history, that's actually a nice other way. Oh yeah, it's a tick, a check or a tick. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, gotta learn the symbols, huh? So what I can do is go into history, and what I can do is literally just go ahead and hit revert this commit. So with that, I just got this line back. So let's say I didn't want to actually delete that line of code. I wanted to do something else. but I can go ahead and revert that, and that is actually the most powerful stuff in Git. So currently I am working with a client, and I actually made a couple of mistakes, and I was able to revert back and go back in time into and roll back my code into a stable version. All right, so guys, I hope everybody loved this video. I think that was just a pretty much a rough overview on how actually everybody could go ahead and get started with Git. Guys, smash that like button if you like this video, and if you got any value out of it. I think we can get this video up to, oh my god, we are at 342 likes. I think we can crush it up to at least 360. Let's go, guys. Smash that like button. Amaanath, do you got anything else to add?
Yep, so I wanted to say, the thing is, if you go check out a lot of tutorials and even our tutorials, the thing is, we use the Git terminal a lot, right?
Exactly.
But the thing is, if you are a complete beginner and like you want to understand how all this work, like when you saw the GitHub desktop, you know how the history and all this stuff work. But when you're working on the functionalities, like you can memorize the commands and do those stuff, but you won't actually understand, because humans like learn a lot visually. So when you see visual stuff, like, you know, the GitHub desktop, for example, you'll understand how the function works. So
exactly.
If you're just diving into code and like you're starting to learn, start learning or start working with Git repositories on the GitHub desktop, like at least once you start working with it for at least for a month, you will understand and you know how the Git repository works, and then you can dive in to the Git terminal. So that's my advice for you guys.
Exactly. And this is not something you want to miss out on. And this actually we may have made it super simple and super basic. This is actually not something you want to learn later. You want to learn it right now, because this is actually a no-go for every company if you guys don't know how to use Git. So everybody uses Git, and this is something you don't want to miss out on. All right. With that said, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope everybody got value out of it. Thank you so much for watching. This is David.
And this is Amaanath.
Little loading time, huh? Thank you so much, guys, for sticking here with us. And we will see you in the next video. All right.
Peace out,
Peace,
guys.